Hey, what's up, everybody? My name's Jonny Goood, and I'm kicking it with Guitar Center in sunny Los Angeles. And today, I'm playing the Fender American Ultra II jazz bass in Noble Blue. I'm a bass player and singer in a band called Damnage, and I'm also a bass player for Lady Gaga, and you might have seen me with The Weeknd, Wiz Khalifa, just to name a few. My history with Fender, in particular the jazz bass, stems back to day one. I still use the same bass I actually purchased from Guitar Center, which was a jazz bass. Quite similar to this one, a little older now, but it's the only bass I play, it's the only bass I travel with. I've played everything from the Super Bowl with that bass to start gigs to learning how to play in bars and churches. For me, the jazz bass is the most versatile bass. You can find every tone: high drive, treble, round, soulful, distorted. You know, it has a little bit of everything in there. And I only really travel with one. And once I really put my hands on the jazz bass, it unlocked the full potential of range. I just really, really know that the jazz bass is the versatile instrument. This bass in particular, it reminds me so much of the bass that I use every tour, every show, but it's noiseless. It has the Ultra II Noiseless vintage jazz pickups. No noise, no buzz. If you're doing slap playing with a pick, it's really, really a quiet bass. It has rounded fretboard, so it feels like it's been played for 20 years. It feels exactly like my bass. You know, I put in so many miles with that one instrument, and here comes Fender making a bass that feels like it's seen 10 tours. This is straight out the box, and it feels like I can take it on the road right now. I'm a pretty basic bass player. I just like to have a tone, just break through the music. And if you're playing with great guitars, then, you know, they're gonna handle the effects and all of that fun stuff. But for me, I mostly go direct through Kemper with the SVT Ampeg. You really can't go wrong. You know, it's such a classic setup when you're playing a Fender. So I try not to stray away from having that true Fender sound that I grew up loving. James Jamerson, Jocko. I'm pretty dry. You know, I'll use a little bit of drive if the song needs, but I just love playing dry, pure bass tone, especially if you have a great bass. I'm gonna play a demo on the neck pickup, and let's see what that sounds like. So we're gonna turn it over to the neck. We're gonna switch from passive to active, and I'm gonna mostly show the S1 switch. So playing through the neck pickup, like I just did, is a cool way to kind of emulate that rounder P bass tone. I had it on passive when I was playing up here, and it's cool because you can hit this switch, turn it active, and when it's really time to kick it up and when the drums kick, you can really get down to the nitty gritty with this bass, all about a push of a button. It's pretty cool. So we're gonna stay on the neck pickup. I'm gonna use a pick this time. We're gonna do the same thing, go from passive to active and just switch up the style and see what it sounds like. So for me, I do like playing pick on a neck pickup just because it gives you more of a growl. You still have that rounded edge. You can really dig in, still hit some of that trebly high note, but it still has that low grit that keeps it kind of funky and fun. So it makes people wonder, is he playing with a pick or finger style? So I kind of like to play like that on a neck pickup. So now I'm gonna play slap on the same pickup, the neck pickup. One cool thing about this bass is that it does have a 3-band EQ. It's funny because I don't need it. It's so good that I'm just gonna keep it flat. So that right there was a little bit of slap on the neck pickup. One of my favorite tones. I don't get to use it that much unless I'm playing my original music, but it's such a Larry Graham tone. It's just funky, fresh, trebly, has a drive, it's aggressive. And another thing I do love about this bass is the maple quartersawn neck is more durable and more reliable than my own personal bass. It's not gonna warp on you. Your finger's not gonna get stuck with the lacquer back here. So it's just a very good modern approach to bass. So now we're gonna play through the bridge pickup, which is naturally gonna give you more of that jocko-y sound, that nasally tone, which bass players love, of course, especially when you're soloing and having some fun. It's just gonna really just punch through, give you that attack you need to, carry the song. It's so cool to be able to play on this bass because it has a contour neck heel right here, and it really lets you get all the way up the bass without having any restriction to your fretting hand. Most importantly, your thumb back here. All you bass players know exactly what I'm talking about. It's impossible to get up here. Although we shouldn't be up here in the first place if you're playing songs, which is cool. But when we're at home and we're jamming out, we need that freedom. And this bass definitely provides that. It's pretty amazing. And we're gonna stay on the bridge pickup, and then we're gonna use the pick. And we're gonna start once again on passive and roll to active and see what kind of tones we can bring up. For me, the combination of playing your bass with the bridge pickup and using a pick at the same time, it gives you that punk, that grit, that grunge. It just really just lets you just have some fun. You get to cut through the music. I mean, you can do it with no effects. You don't need any overdrive. You don't need too many other knobs or pedals. You just play. It's pretty cool. So for me, that's kind of my go-to tone when I'm playing in my band. Bridge pickup, pick, and you're good to go. Another cool feature about this bass is the anodized aluminum pick guard. It's something I've quite never seen before. It's corrosion free, which is cool because my bass is actually corroding. I'm happy that they made this new feature because moisture really gets hit right here most for bass players. We're sweating. Your pick guard is getting abused every show, so it's cool to have a pick guard that doesn't look like it's been through the hell you put it through. So now I'm gonna play slap style, and we're gonna stay on the bridge pickup. And again, we're gonna start passive and then we're gonna travel into the active mode and see what it sounds like. Again, I love that tone, that slap style, playing with the bridge pickup. It's gonna give you that nasally, funky, it almost has like a wah to it, even though there's no wah pedals here, but it just gives you that extra, you hear the ghost notes, you hear everything, you hear every piece of skin slapping on the bass. So it's kind of cool, man. I love playing with the bridge pickup and slap. It's kind of like a funky tone, man. You're cutting through anything, it doesn't matter. My personal bass is actually a passive and active bass as well, all combined in one. I do think Fender adding this feature onto bass guitars is amazing to have just at the push of a button. When you're starting off on a song and it's not quite as loud, no song stays the same level. You don't really want to be leading the charge, on bass. So it's cool to be able to start passive, which is more of an old school rounder approach. You're not really cutting through that much. You're not too aggressive. But let's say you get to the bridge and now it's really time to let yourself be heard and you got some cool tricks up your sleeve. You just hit the S1 switch, turn it to active, and now your highs are cutting through, your lows are cutting through. It's just fun. It's just good to be able to have that level of ability to do that. It's pretty cool. So we started with the neck pickup, and then we went to the bridge pickup, and now we're gonna slice it right down the middle, and we're gonna play through both pickups. I have a little phaser on my Kemper right here, and I'm gonna start passive again, and we're gonna turn it to active and just have some fun, see what it sounds like. So that right there is one of my favorite tones. Playing straight through the middle, it's the warmest, still gives you that bright edge, but you're not really too bright, you know? So it's one of my go-tos, no matter if I'm playing in my punk band or playing with Lady Gaga's kind of bass. That's bass for me right there, so I love it. So another feature about this bass is the Luminlay side dots. These things are actually incredible. For all you bassists who go blind playing in big venues, you know, when it's pitch black, you got inners in and you can't see or hear, the show's about to start, and you're wondering like, where is my notes? I can't see anything. This bass will eliminate that. And I think it's one of the most useful features if you're a professional touring bass player, or if you're just playing in a church or playing in a club. It's kind of cool to have to eliminate the need to try to find where you're playing, you know, because it's too dark. Okay, so I'm gonna play another demo. We're gonna play it right down the middle, once again, both pickups. I have a little bit of crunch on my Kemper, so it's gonna have more of a gritty feel, more of a punky feel. And once again, we're gonna start passive, go active, and just have some fun, see what it sounds like. So I use this sound in my band Damnage. It's fast, straight through, crunchy, loud, distorted, big, ugly, just nasty, I call it. This is a premium instrument. It has an ebony fingerboard, alder body, aluminum knobs. It literally feels like I can take this straight out the box, which we did, and add it to my collection, put it in a gig bag, throw my other one out, and just start playing this. They really did an amazing job with this bass. If you want to learn more about the Fender American Ultra II jazz bass, you can go to guitarcenter.com, contact one of their expert gear advisors, or you can go to your local GC. I love Guitar Center. Now, I really wouldn't be who I am without Guitar Center. I just took my son to pick up his first guitar, so it's pretty cool, man.